Hello everyone, this is Shamsi and welcome to the Scorpion Pocket Rocket Guide video. I've had a lot of positive comments from the community at large and from viewers about these ships here, so I thought I'd make a guide taking you step by step through the process of making one for yourselves. You can obviously come pick up a blueprint from me, but sometimes it's fun to make our own ships. So here's an actual honest voxelmancy video from me of all people. So let's go. Now we're going to have to build it on an extra small core, given that it's going to be a compactible atmospheric shuttle. And we're going to start by getting the chassis down. We're going to be building from lithium because it is very light, though it offers almost no protection whatsoever. And let's go with lithium matte as the basis of the ship. We're going to draw a little rectangle like this. You can have it as wide or as shallow as you like, but this is the start of the story here. I think I'm going to put white honeycomb along the edges here. Only one voxel wide. Now we could hollow this out to save on weight and honeycomb, but I think it's better for the process of smoothing it later on to build with solid blocks for the torso. The other thing to bear in mind, I've just mentioned it right now, we're going to be using the smooth tool. So don't worry about the ship looking a bit like a bit of Minecraft art. That's how we are going to start this story, but with using the smooth tool, we're going to make it nice and organic. So here we have a torso section, and for the next section of torso, I basically want to copy half of this. Make sure I've grabbed everything here. Yep. And then paste it a little further out and up or down according to your own taste. So here I'm going up, and I'm going to increase the width by 1, and I'm going to leave a gap of 2 voxels between the sections here. So we'll spin this back around, line it up, and I need 2 spaces there for everything to be nice and aligned. And again, we take what we need, which is a selection of 2 voxels here, and we paste it so that we have a torso section that's wider but also is at a different vertical plane. So this is the start of our story, and I think I'm going to stick with only 4 sections. So I need 1 more in front and 1 more behind. Let's move this up here out of the way. And again, I'm going to just copy this one outright. Take the connection as well between the sections. Spin it around and make sure it's not on exactly the same plane. This'll do. Yeah, this is better. And then maybe take the smaller one again for the back, or no, let's widen again for the rear section. So once again, we're taking half of this minus the connection, just 1 voxel up and 1 voxel out. Line them up and go out by 2, and then paste your selection in that you need. There we go. Perfect. And now for the connection in the middle here, let's connect it from here. There we go. I think to make it feel a little more organic for myself, I am going to swap this section out with the one in front of it. And here we are. So we go up, come down by one, come down by one, and then go up by one or two here. One is a good amount to go up by. And here we have the sections of the body. Now we're going to, out of white honeycomb, draw a little bit of a neck. And then out of black honeycomb, draw, again, imagine it's Minecraft pixel voxel art here. Draw a head. Put the eyes here in at the corner. With the voxel replace tool, maybe put a couple of spiky antennae type things here at the side. If you like, it'll all press in nicely in a little bit, and then put some mandibles out here. Go out by 4 this time, I think. No, I'll go out by 3, but I'll bring them in one on this side as well. Again, I'm just showing you the process of making the shape for me. You can design it however you want, but the first step is to make it as though it's in a Minecraft piece of art here, and then using the smooth tool to get the organic shape that we're actually looking for. Now, for the pincers, we have to go out to the side here. This variant here on the right is the one I usually use myself, and that's because it doesn't have the legs here. In order for the ship to perform as well as we can have it perform, so this ship here, for instance, with my talents, goes 1750 kilometers per hour. We need to try and minimize frontal cross-section. And so in my model here, I don't have legs, but I'm going to show you how to make legs so you have the option of putting it in if you want. The impact of having legs is just a little bit more cross-section, but that little bit more cross-section means this goes at around 70 kilometers per hour slower in the atmosphere. So let's get back to the building, and we're going to make our claws. So we're going to start from here and basically draw squares coming out in different materials. Like this. And we don't have to have it all on one plane. We can expand out by 1 maybe here. And yep, let's keep going for a bit. Have one white section here. And then, yeah, finish it off with the black section. Then have the top of the claw coming out. Let's go 3, 3, then 1. Or let's make this all glowy honeycomb here. So let's go one more line of glowy honeycomb out here. And then come out quite a bit. This is 4 coming out. Then bring a claw shape in. Or maybe, yeah, I'll go out actually 1 more here. Though that kind of makes it quite long. That's okay for now. There we go. That's 1 claw. Now we're going to copy from this section here. Make sure we have everything. It's this surface here that we need. Remember, the surface you're on determines how the honeycomb rotates. Now, this right here is the exact same point on the other side. Oh wait, I missed the last bits of the selection, but that's fine. This point here is the exact symmetrical point on the other side. I just need to fill in this gap that I missed. Yeah, because of the way of the rotation, They're on different planes. And that's good enough for me. The thing I would say is try not to have them be identical, have a little bit of variation to make it seem more organic. And so I'm just going to fill in this missing section here, and then copy the front claw section. Here we go. And that's the claws done. This is going to be a bit of a sleeker body than the other models, but that's a good thing. The claws are just a bit smaller, but I'm okay with that. Now let's try the tail. We're going to start with a black honeycomb. We're going to go 4 up and maybe 2 or 3 out. Let's go 3 out to begin with. And then we're going to do white honeycomb. In fact, no, let's not do 4. Let's do 6. Yeah, and then go up by 4 at the next level. 4 again here with a bit of a connection. Move it back by 1. Yeah. Then change material again. Let's have a bit of a connection. So these aren't arcing back the way I want them to, so I'm going to cut this out, move it further out, cut the end off here, move that further out. Yeah. Then change material, spin that around. Cool. Then let's use a bit more metallic color here. Yeah, let's stick with black honeycomb for the moment and then switch to our metallic honeycombs. Gonna remove the final line of this. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Again, you have to try and imagine these as they will look when you compact them, not as they look right now as blocks. So that is another section, and then we're going to have the main section here out of glossy honeycomb. That's good. So let's put an extra line here to each side of this section and this section out of a different material. Okay, and we're going to have a glowy honeycomb line at the top. And glowy honeycomb going down the spines as well. Oops, no, that's too much glowy honeycomb. There we go. Made a mistake here. That's okay, we can voxel replace the mistake away. And so there's only the top that needed to be glowy honeycomb, right. And let's place these with a keyboard so we're more precise. Again, get the shape as you want it in block form and then when you compress it later, it'll be the shape you want it to be. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to extend out the stinger made out of glossy lithium by quite a bit here. Oh, pending operation while building. I haven't had that in a while. So, voxel replace that at the top. And then, okay, the stinger shape itself we will make from glowy honeycomb. Here we go. Okay, so here we have the tail. It doesn't look amazing. What can I do to improve it? Probably increase the thickness of this one by 1 and this one by 1 as well. Okay, that'll do. And then we have the legs. And if you want to include the legs, I would suggest making 2 or 3 different versions of them. And those are very simply done. Here at the edges, use a different combination of materials, mix and match. These are all still lithium for me in order to keep things light, if not cheap, because lithium is very expensive. And then end each leg with glowy honeycomb. So, that's one version of the leg, but as you can see, it does add a lot to our frontal cross section here. So to give you some idea, along with all the engines, so that'll add a lot as well. This is 15.6 in total, but with the added legs, this is 17.1. So we are adding quite a lot, and that will impact top speed at the end. So you would simply make a few versions of the legs by hand. Here, let me make another one here. And just for variety, make it look a tad more organic. Let's make a third one. Okay, so here we have 3 legs. Now I'm going to copy some and paste them around the place. Yeah, so for demonstration here, 6 legs, obviously we'd want more. And this is what the Scorpion looks like at the moment. And now with the magic of the Area Smooth tool, let me demonstrate what happens when we smooth it. So I've selected the entire shape. I'm going to hold down Control, scroll my mouse wheel all the way out as far as it'll go, click once, click twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6, 7. 7 clicks looks like it'll do what we want it to do. And here we are. The pincers are wonky. I like it. The face is a tad wonky as well. I like it. Right, now let's put our... Actually, what I'm going to do is quickly take off the legs and then put the elements into the ship to make it function. To delete the legs or change anything you want, all you have to do is press backspace to undo the smoothing, and you're back to working with blocks again. So here we are. I've gotten rid of the legs. It's up to you whether or not you want to have them. I've decided not to. Let's place the elements of the ship. We'll start with a small fuel tank sunk into the honeycomb here. And you might wonder if one small fuel tank is enough, given that we're going to have 2 medium military atmospheric engines. But the answer is yes, it will be enough, because we're going to be using altitude to be our friend. So our cruising altitude for this is going to be around 3,500 meters up, where the atmosphere is thin and the fuel consumption is low. And speaking of our engines, let's put our two military medium engines on. Now the performance I get on the ship is very much reliant on my talents, and the same goes for all of you. The ship will fly as quickly as you have talents to make it be able to fly. So when I say my pocket rockets go at 1750 kilometers per hour, my piloting skills are quite well developed, both in placing parts and in getting performance out of them. So your experience may vary depending on the differences in my talents and yours. And as you can see, our frontal cross-section is much less, given that we didn't have legs. Now we need a low altitude lift, which is going to be a medium hover. There we go. And then we need our brakes. There we go. And finally, we need our adjusters. We're going to go with small ones here, or maybe extra small ones. See how the extra small ones look. Yeah, they look fine. Remember, left, right, up, down, at the front and at the back. Sink them into the honeycomb to obscure them from view. That's the front taken care of. Here at the back, we can use the angle of the engines to our advantage and place the adjusters in an X pattern so that we can have 4 adjusters function for left, right, and up, down. Adjust to force projection. This will do. Now our wings keep fluctuating in their levels of obstruction here. I am quite concerned about that. How's our cross section? 16.3. Let's figure out another solution for our wings. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of this extra honeycomb that's sunk into the engines. There we go. That had a little bit of an impact on our cross section, and we're going to use that cross section that we just freed up in order to have our wings placed. We're going to place them at an angle here. Make sure they don't obstruct the adjusters. Cross section 16.4, no, 17.1. So having the claws not go out as far, not be as even, has cost us here. But that's okay. Let's see how the ship operates. We need our control seat. I'm going to move the core right at the front, poking out the top. Yep. I'm going to put a data bank for our Lua script here at the neck of the creature. There we go. Let's fuel up the ship. Install our script. Okay. Let's see how it flies. So it looks like our max cruising speed is about 1685 here. One thing I could do to save on cross section is remove one link from the tail, so let me do that. Sorry, Scorpion. I have to excise a part of your tail. Our cross section is now down to 16 meters squared, which should be somewhere around 1700-ish meters a second max speed. So let's go test that out. And also, if you keep your eye here on the top left of the screen, where my fuel is currently at 99%, we'll see how much fuel we burn going about 100 kilometers away from our base. Okay, 1700 kilometers per hour, not a problem. 1740 and 1753 seems to be our top speed, so it matches the top speed of my other Scorpion. again because it doesn't have any legs here, adding to the cross section. And I'll cut back to when we're 100 kilometers away. So we are approaching 100 kilometers away from our base. We are burning maybe 8, maybe even up to 9 if we hit it soon, percent of our fuel spent to achieve this distance. So I would say the range of one fuel tank for this ship, even if it's a small fuel tank fueling 2 medium engines, is, I don't know, anywhere up to around about 5 SU. So we've burnt 9% of our fuel, going half an SU away. So if we were to do that 10 times over, our fuel tank would be nearly empty and we would be 5 SU away. So it has a 5 SU range. With my talents, I hasten to add. Again, if you have less piloting talents, your range will differ from mine. So thank you for watching, and I hope you find this video useful and entertaining. If you have and want to see more like it, do please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to see all of the content that I upload here on YouTube, do also click the bell icon to receive notifications of when I put stuff out. Until the next time, thank you for watching, and bye for now.